Greetings, welcome to the Play Space Live. I'm Keith Avalone from Play Games. Sam Avalone running the board tonight, producing the show. Welcome to Roller Derby. We're going to play Roller Rumble tonight. Was just kind of thinking about, what would be fun to do, and Roller Rumble is really a game that kind of is close to my heart. I created it in 2001, based largely on Frank DeFord's wonderful book about the roller derby, 5 Strides on the Bank Track. And tonight we're going to give you a classic roller derby matchup of the Bombers, San Francisco Bay Area Bombers, taking on the Red Devils. It was a classic, good versus evil kind of matchup. And I'm thinking back about, I guess it was almost 10 years ago now. Me and Dave Richter did a kind of a co-op full season playthrough of the roller derby Legends cards with the 6 teams that are suggested. And it basically came down to the Bombers, of course, they're the best team in the roller derby, and the Red Devils, who are, kind of like the number 2 team, the bad guy team that always made life difficult for the Bombers. So if you're familiar with the roller derby, a lot of these names will be, will ring a bell, bring back some memories maybe. If you're not familiar with the roller derby, and I mean, let's face it, if you are under the age of 50, you probably have no recollection of seeing roller derby on TV. But whereas it used to be like a Saturday morning staple, I'd suggest you get on YouTube, just Google, Red Devils versus Bombers roller derby, 1970s or whatever. There's plenty of video out there, and you'll kind of get the gist of this, soap opera type good guy versus bad guy. Let's go ahead and just get started. We're going to join the game at halftime. That was something that was done on the TV broadcast as well. On the Saturday morning roller derby broadcast, they would always join the game at the half. And we have a halftime score generator in the roller derby roller rumble game booklet. And with it, we've generated our halftime score of Red Devils 16, Bay Area Bombers 14. Or I should say, not the Bay Area Bombers, the Bay Bombers, the San Francisco Bay Bombers. So we made special tokens for the match track for this, featuring the colors of the actual teams. I didn't have a brown chip, so I had to make my own. So we got our chips in place, our score. We got the ladies who always started the what would have been the 5th period. The ladies skated in the 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 7th periods. The men skated in the even period. So we'll start out with the 5th period with the ladies on the track. And let's get ready to roller rumble. Here we go. I'm not going to explain the game, assuming that you know how to play the game or can kind of follow along as we go. It's a fast action card-driven game that gives you the action based on the qualities of the skaters on the track. So we're going to start out with a big skater in Zone 1, knocks opponents 2 and 3 to the floor. So let's see, who's big in 1? Well, Janet Earp from the Red Devils knocks Rosetta Saunders and Dolores Tucker to the floor, and that's going to give the Red Devils movement up the match track. Mean skater in 3. Let's see. We got, Big Red Jansen is mean. And already the Red Devils are ready to get a jam going. Powerful jammer in 5. Nobody powerful in 5. We have an action result. Home team surges around the track. Oh my gosh, the Bombers got it together, and they're going to do a jam. You're not going to do a jam, but they're going to get a point to move up the jam track and get back into this. Fast skater in 4. Let's see here. Looks like Judy McGuire and Carol Peanuts Myers are both fast, but Judy McGuire has the starred fast quality, so that is going to put the Red Devils in the jam space. Now, for those of you who don't know how to play the game, this is the point where a decision has to be made to either collect the points on the jam. On a regular jam, both teams could score. So the Red Devils have the option of either going for the points right now or trying to solidify their lead and making it so that the Bombers can't score on the jam. We're going to go ahead and let them try do a regular jam here, though, and it will be no points on the jam. A cheat jammer, however, will, let's see, first of all, you have any cheat jammers. No, we don't have any cheat jammers, so no cheaters in the jammer box, so that result's not going to come into play. So just a lot of jostling there, no scoring, though. Nobody got on the board on that jam for the women. So we get back to we reset the action, and we'll start once again. Trailing team gets on a roll, so it looks like the Bombers will get something going here. Smart skater in 1. Let's see, Rosetta Saunders is starred smart, so she notices a weakness in the Red Devils track pattern, and they get another jam space. And a fast skater in 2 rockets into the opening. Let's see, they're both fast. Neither has the starred, so then we go to the tiebreakers. And the first tiebreaker in Roller Rumble is the trailing team. So the trailing team right now is the Bombers, so they will get the jam opportunity, and they're going to go for it as well. And we're going to have no points on this jam either. However, a mean skater in 1 or 2. Let's see. We get mean skaters in 2. Looks like Thelma Shavard and Dolores Tucker are going to get into it. And so we'll go with a tiebreaker. Since the Bombers are the trailing team, looks like Dolores Tucker is going to send Thelma Shavard over the rail, allowing Francine Koshu to sneak through for a point, and the Bombers will get one of those points back. So 6. I'm going to do old school scoreboard here. I don't have anything digital. 16-15 now, and we reset the track. And we're going to go to the highlight reel. All right, so we go to highlight reel A, 14 on the highlight reel. Skater sent over the rail, returns to the track, exchanges blows with opponent, skater sent to the penalty box. So somebody's going to the penalty box. And we're going to have a shorthanded skate here, and it is going to be the visitor skater in 4. Oh, looks like Judy McGuire is going to the penalty box. So we reset the jam track. That means the Red Devils will have to skate shorthanded. That gives the Bombers an advantage here to try to take the lead here. There'll be a 6-card penalty, which roughly equates to 2 minutes. And let's see what happens. So there are some tiebreaker rules. We'll go into them as needed. Generally, it plays kind of similar to the way shorthanded skating in hockey. So revved up star skater in 2. Let's see. We don't have any star skater in 2. Smart skater in 3. Looks like they're both starred smart. So the trailing team will get the tiebreaker. It's not. I checked the rules. In later versions of games, I would have that go to the shorthanded, the power play team. But in this version, in this game, it was set up so that doesn't come into play. So that means the Bombers will get the track movement. 1 minute left on the penalty, and we're going to have an action result, and it's going to be skater ejected for the game for bad conduct. Okay, we're going to use the vigilant ref there are several optional rules in the back of the game book which allow for warnings to happen. So we're going to give whoever this is going to get a warning, and that will be the home skater in 1. So Rosetta Saunders is going to get a warning. She will not get ejected, but we will have to reset the match track, and this penalty is now over. So the Red Devils killed off the penalty, and it's still 16-15, Red Devils on top. Agile skater in 3 is what we're looking for, and that will be Barbara Baker, who gets the Bombers moving again. Cheat jammer in 5. There's no cheaters in 5. No cheaters on the women's side. Amped up star skater in 2. Don't have any stars in 2. Cheat skater in 2. No cheaters in 2. So a lot of jostling going on here as we move through the 5th period. Mean skater in 3. Well, that's going to be Annis Big Red Jensen again. She's going to deliver a crushing body blow. It's going to leave Barbara Baker on the floor. So that's going to tie the status up on the track as both try to go for the jam. Fast skater in 4. Well, it looks like Judy McGuire has the advantage on that. She's going to speed to the outside, and the Devils are just about to put on the jam. Fast skater in 1, and that will be Rosetta Saunders. So this is going to go right down to the wire here. They're both duking it out, and we have a substitute. Now, in roller derby, you'd substitute on the fly. The action does not stop, so the visitor skater in 5. So Maria Vella is going to come out, and in will come Joyce Young, but the action continues. They need a little bit extra juice there, I guess. Agile skater in 2. And we got a jam for the Bombers because Dolores Tucker uses her agility to get it rolling. And we'll go ahead and do the jam now as the period is coming to a close. And it is going to be, the jam's called off by the referee. No points scored. Wow. So the score remains Red Devils 16, Bay Bombers 15, as we're getting to just about the end of the 5th period. All right, back to the action. Smart jammer in 5. Well, Francine Koch, who's all over that, anticipates Joyce Young's movement and breaks into the clear for a 1 point on the track. Body blow from the big skater in 4. Now they're not big. Agile jammer in 5. That once again will be Francine Koch. She's going to weave through the pack. She's going to try to break through the jam just as the period's coming to an end. We have an action result. Skaters in 5 trade shoves. Angry words, TV grade is going to come into effect, and of course, Francine Koshu. She was one of the biggest stars. Tiny, 4'11", tiny skater, but one of the biggest stars of the roller derby. And her TV grade far eclipses Joyce Young, so that's going to send the Bombers on a jam as the period. We got one card left after the jam, so this is essentially it. 2 points. So Francine Koshu gets 2 points. And a star jammer blasted the pack and into the clear for a power jam. Oh, that's going to... Okay, so Carol Meyer is going to blast through... Let's see, I got to check here first of all. Yes, because we have a tiebreaker. It's going to be Carol Meyer blasting through for a power jam Wow. So just as the period comes to an end, open lane to the outside, 5 points for Carol Meyer. So Koshu gets 2, Carol Meyer gets 5, and the Bombers end the period with a 7-point jam, putting them on top 22-16. All right, so we're going to shuffle the cards up. That's the end of the 5th period. We're going to go to the 6th period now, and the men will take the track. Roller derby is, and as far as I know, or was, and as far as I know, is the only co-ed sport ever, professional sport ever, where men and women played together on the same team. All right, so we'll get the women off the track, put the men on. Let's get the Red Devils on first. Ken Monty, who's like the biggest villain of the roller derby of that era. Mike Gammon, super fast jammer. Bob Dansel, one of the biggest, baddest blockers in all of roller derby. We'll put, let's see. We'll go with Sam Tiapolo. We'll put him in the blocker slot, and our jammer will be either Ed Hessen or Herb Vasquez. We'll go with Herb Vasquez. So there's your Red Devil lineup. And for the Bombers, of course, at the pivot position, Charlie O'Connell. This was a classic matchup for many, many years, Ken Monty and Charlie O'Connell. Blocking would be Lou Donovan and Gil Orozco, and in the jammer positions we got, we might want to get Cliff Butler out there. Let's see, as a blocker. We've got Tony Roman. This is just kind of a star-studded lineup here. We'll put Larry Smith as the other jammer, along with Tony Roman. All right, we're ready to roll for the 6th period with the Bombers on top 22-16. See if the Red Devils can get something going to retake the lead. Flip a couple cards here, flip them around a little bit, and we are ready to roll. Starting it out. Fast skater in 4. Let's see. We got 2 that are starred fast. Mike Gammon and Tony Roman, both very fast. So the trailing team was going to win that tiebreaker. That's going to mean Mike Gammon gets the advantage to the outside. Cheat skater in 3. That's going to be Ken Monty. Uses illegal tactics to knock Charlie O'Connell into the rail. Uh-oh. Red Devils are close to a jam. Visitor team skaters in 1 and 2. Level opponents. Oh, my gosh. They knocked Lou Donovan and Gil Orozco to the track, and that's a jam for the Red Devils. They're going to go for the power jam since they've got such a big lead, so they're going to keep on going. So if they get to the power jam, that means they have such an advantage that they can score. So that's what they're going to try to do here. Big jammer in 5. Nobody's big. Mean skater in 4. Nobody's mean. And we have an action result. Skaters in 1 and 4 exchange shoves in the pack circling the track. So let's see. Oh, that's the action result. Did I read an action result? Yes. Okay, so they're going to skaters in 1 and 4 exchange shoves in the pack circling the track. So I guess that means that the trailing team is going to get the movement. Mean skater in 2. That's going to be Sam Tiapolo. Okay, so that is going to put the Red Devils into the power jam. So let's see if they can convert. 3 points. 3 points for Mike Gammon. And that closes the gap to 22-19. And we reset our track and start again. Cheat jammer in 5. Nope. Highlight reel. Okay, we're going back to the highlight reel again. 42 this time on highlight reel A. Trailing team suddenly gets on a roll. Immediate power jam for the Red Devils. Look out. They just finished a power jam, and now they cranked out another one. Textbook blocking, skating. And so Mike Gammon laps the pack, 5 points, and the Red Devils now have the lead 24-22. We've reset our track, and here we go. Powerful jammer in 5. That would be Larry Smith for the Bombers. The home fans are getting a little bit nervous here with the Red Devils back out on top, 24-22. Mean skater in 3, that would be, well, let's see. Charlie O'Connell does have the mean quality, but Ken Monty has it double. So that will score it for the Red Devils. Body blow from the big skater in 4. Nobody's big in 4. Agile skater in 2. Nobody's agile. Big skater in 1. Nobody's big. Jostling continues. Mean skater in 2. Sam Tiapolo is going to throw a little elbow into Gil Orozco's chest. And a powerful jammer in 5. Larry Smith responds by pushing through, out-muscling opponents and breaking free. He's got a little bit of room on the outside. Oh, we got a substitute. Just as both teams are close to a jam, Bob Dansel's coming out. And taking his place is going to be Cal Stevens. And again, that happens on the fly. So we continue. Fast skater in 1 or 2. Oh, that really cost him because Bob Dansel was fast. Cal Stevens is not. Lou Donovan is. So that will send the Bombers into the jam. And here we go. 3 points for the Bombers. And a big jammer is stuck in the pack. Are any of the jammers big? No, none of them are big. So it's just going to be 3 points for the Bombers. And that will put them in the lead. 25-22. Tony Roman with the score. That made the fans happy. And we're back to action. Smart skater in 1 or 2. Let's see. It looks like there's 2 smart skaters for the Bombers and only 1 for the Red Devils. So that will give a track point to the Bombers. Smart skater in 3. Well, let's see. Both Ken Monty and Charlie O'Connell are starred smart. So the tiebreaker goes to the Red Devils. And we're knotted up. Star jammer in 5. That would be Larry Smith. Sends the crowd into the frenzy. We're breaking into the clear. Here he goes. Oh, and we have a penalty. That will kill off the jam. And the penalty's on... Oh, Tony Roman gets penalized. He's got to come out now. That will give the Red Devils the advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for most of the rest of the period. And that will give them the opportunity to get back in this. All right, here we go. Smart skater in 2. That's going to be Gil Orozco for the Bombers. Shouts out instructions to Larry Smith, who is getting some room, separating himself from Herb Vasquez. Revved up star skater in 2. There is no star skater in 2. Agile in 1 or 2. There's certainly one there. No, there's not. They're all big and powerful, big brawny guys. No agility in the blocker position. And we have an action result. Skaters in 1 jostle for position as a TV. And that will go to Lou Donovan. So it could be the Bombers are going to pull off a shorthanded jam. Smart skater in 1. And they're both smarts, but the Red Devils trail, so that will get the advantage to Cal Stevens, who notices a weakness in the Bombers' formation and shores it up, or exploits it, rather. Big skater in 1 or 2. Well, we got a big skater in 1, starred big. Cal Stevens is one of the biggest skaters on the track. Gil Orozco is big, but not starred big, so Cal Stevens will get the score, and that will take us to the last card of the period. Oh, my phone is talking to me for some reason. I don't know what happened there. All right, I must be talking too loud. Siri must think I'm talking to her. Okay, so it's an action result at the end of the period. So just as both teams are poised for the jam, let's see what happens. Skaters in 1 exchange body blows. So the TV grade. So Donovan knocks Cal Stevens over. So as the period expires, the Bombers get a jam. And roller derby's rules were such that if you started a jam with even 1 second left on the clock, you got a full 60 seconds to jam. So we'll pick another card. The Bombers on the jam. And no points. Big jammer lags. Well, we don't have any big jammers. So the Bombers kind of got out of that one, actually, since they were shorthanded. And so the period ends, the 6th period ends with the Bombers clinging to a 1-point lead, 25-24. So the men come off the track. The women come back on. Pretty good matchup so far. Lost opportunity for the Red Devils there as they were had the man advantage, but couldn't take advantage of it. All right, so we'll get the women back out there. Janet Earp, Annis Jansen in the pivot position, Judy McGuire, and we'll put Maria Vela back out there. The talent level drops off pretty sharply for the Red Devils after the first line. And for the Bombers, we'll put Rosetta Saunders. We'll put Dolores Tucker. Now, you know what? We'll put Rosetta Saunders at the blocker position. Dolores Tucker will play pivot. Carol Meyer again and Francine Koshu in the jammer positions. And we'll have Barbara Baker again as the second. Oh, wait, she's got to be the pivot. Let's see. I guess we got to put Barbara Baker in as the pivot then. All right, so there's our lineup. There's our reserves. Shuffle the deck, and we're ready to go. Once again, the Bombers on top, 25-24, as we begin the 7th period of play with the women on the track. And here we go. Cheat skater in 4. No cheaters in 4. Action results. Highlight reel. Let's go back to the highlight reel. 52. And skaters injured for the rest of the game. So we're going to have an injury. And let's see who this injured skater is. It will be the home skater in 2. So Dolores Tucker limps off the field. Probably took a cheap shot from Janet Earp. So that means they're going to play either Linda Allen or Rose Duran. I guess we'll go with Linda Allen, who's got extra agility, but not a lot else. And play stops for an injury. Okay, so we pick it back up. Smart skater in 3. Looks like both Annis Jensen and Barbara Baker are double smart. So we go to the trailing team, which is the Red Devils. And Annis remembers past weakness of the Bomber defense. She's seen this before, and the Devils get a point or move up a space on the match track. Fired up star skater in 1. That would be Rosetta Saunders. Sends Thelma Chevron and Janet Earp flying. Trailing team on a roll. Here come the Devils. Star skater in 3. Now that's going to be Big Red Jensen. Double star and a jam for the Devils. They're going to go for it. No points on the jam. Big skater in 3. That would be Annis Jensen, the big pivot for the Red Devils. Will anticipate the track. Will deliver a huge block at the very end of the jam, and Judy McGuire is going to sneak by for a point just as the clock expires, tying the score 25-25. We reset the track. So these points seem to be kind of hard to come by, except for that big 7-point jam for the Bombers in the 5th period. We start out with an action result. Cheat skater in 3. That would be Annis Jensen, using her cheating trait, will enlist off-track help to disable opponent for the rest of the period. Oh, so there goes Barbara Baker, gets knocked out. So now they're two women down. And they're going to have to bring in Coco Graves, I guess. They gotta switch some stuff around. It looks like Coco Graves. I guess we have to play Rose Duran. She's the only blocker they got left. We'll put Rosetta Saunders in the pivot position. Rose Duran moves to the blocker position, and now they've only got Coco Graves left. They cannot afford to have another injury. Agile skater in 1. Well, what do you know? Rose Duran is agile, and that's the only quality she has, but it's enough to get a match point for the Bombers. Amped up star skater in 2. Nobody there. Another action result. Highlight reel. 33 on highlight reel A. I think we're going to go to hard-hitting defense. Skip the next 6 fast action cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, this is turning into a slugfest. Tied up at 25, and we continue. Trailing team gets on a roll. There is no trailing team, so the home team gets on a roll. The Bombers get a match point. Agile skater in 3. Nobody's agile in 3. Another action result. Home team surges around the track, and that's going to be a jam for the Bombers. They're going to take it. And it's going to be no points. Wait, so many no points jams. Fast jammer jets around the outside in the final seconds to score points. So we've got Carol Meyer and Francine Koshu both fast. Koshu is double fast, but they're matched by Judy McGuire, who's double fast, and Maria Vella, who is fast. So it's a total tie there. The first tiebreaker is going to be a trailing team, but they're tied. So that will give the tiebreaker to the Bombers, and they will get the point and take the lead by 1, 26-25. Carol Meyer with the point. And we got probably enough time to get maybe one more jam in before the period ends. And we'll start with a big blow, crushing body blow from Annis Jensen, sends Rosetta Saunders crumbling to the floor. Smart skater in 1. Nobody's smart. And we're going to have a substitute on the fly. It's going to be the home. So Linda Allen's going to come out. All we have is Coco Graves, and she's playing out of position. So that's going to be no qualities. Star skater in 4. They're both Judy McGuire and Carol Peanuts Myers are double starred. So the trailing team now is the Red Devils. So McGuire is going to embarrass Peanuts Meyer by taking advantage of her being out of position. And we continue. And now another substitute. The home skater in 3. And there's nobody to come in. They'll have to skate shorthanded. But there's only 60 seconds left. Can the Red Devils pull off a jam? They're getting close. Fast skater in 4. It's Judy McGuire is going to win that, so it's going to be a jam. Now, here's the question: do they go for the power jam? I think not. They'll just take the jam. 3 points for the Red Devils. Powerful jammer sends the crowd into frenzy with a power jam. Who's powerful? Anybody? Nope. No powerful jammer on the board. So it's a 3-point jam for the Red Devils as the period ends with the score now Red Devils 28, Bay Bombers 26. And we go to the final 8th period, and it's up to the men to determine who's going to win this. The Bombers, again, fortunate that the Red Devils weren't able to take advantage of their track advantage there. The fact that they had to actually skate shorthanded there the last 60 seconds of the period. Well, it's going to come down to this. The big guns are on the track. We've got Bob Dansel back out there. Let's see. Cal Stevens will put. And for the jammer, let's see. I think let's let Herb Vasquez jam this time. We had. Let's let Ed Hessen. We'll put Ed Hessen out there as the second jammer. He's kind of a utility player. Plays all the positions. And for the Bombers, Tony Roman. Cliff Butler's blocking. I'd like to get Jim Cook in there, but it's too close of a game. Larry Smith, the other jammer, and Lou Donovan. All right, so we got some healthy reserves here if we need them. All right, we're ready to start the final period with the Red Devils leading by 2, 28-26. The fans at the Kezar Pavilion, San Francisco, are a little bit nervous. Walt Harris has just interviewed Tony Roman, and Tony Roman says, I should roll and see what he says. There is an interview chart in here. Let's just see, just for the fun of it. Where is that? 26. Tony Roman says, he says, "Did you see that? Show it on the replay. It's just Bush League stuff. These guys are Bush League." He's ripping on the Red Devils for the way they knocked the Bomber women out of the game there toward the end of the 7th period. Okay, we're ready to roll. With that, Tony Roman shoves the microphone back into Walt Harris's face, and we're ready to start the final period, the 8th period, with the Red Devils on top, 28-26. Oh, I got a card here that I didn't shuffle in here. I'll just put it there. Here we go. Big skater in 2. Yes, Cal Stevens, super big. All right, gets a big block and bowls over Lou Donovan. Oop, I got the wrong chip there. Bowls over Lou Donovan. The Red Devils have the early lead here. Cheat jammer in 5. Nope. Substitute. This could be important. Visitor skater in 4. Mike Gammon has to come out. Well, let's see. That leaves Herb Vasquez. That's going to put the Bombers at a big advantage here on the jam. They want to jam now as often as they can. We'll let Gammon come back in, though, if there's another substitute. Big skater in 1. Nope. Mean skater in 1 or 2. Oh, surely there is. It's a tie between Dansel and Butler. That will go to the Bombers. And he sends Bob Dansel into the track. It sends him to the track with an elbow to his rib cage. Powerful skater in 1. Oh, Bob Dansel's not going to have any of that. Sends Butler flying into the rail. And we got a little thing going on between Bob Dansel and Cliff Butler. Powerful skater in 3, which will be Charlie O'Connell, takes matters in his own hands, sends Bob Dansel into the rail with a huge block, and now both teams are just on the verge of a jam. Audience roars as star skater in 3. That's going to be, Ken Monty and Charlie O'Connell, both double star. So the trailing team, it's going to be Charlie O'Connell getting the jam for the Bombers. And here we go. The jam is on. No points again. Star skater in 1 or 2 elbows opponents into the infield. So who's a star in 1 or 2? Do we have anybody? Yes, we do. Both Donovan and Butler are stars. So they're going to elbow Dansel and Stevens into the track, allowing Tony Roman to get by for 3 points. And now the Bombers have the lead 29-28. Thanks to some big blocks from Butler and Donovan. Clearing the way. So we reset the jam track. Now it's a 1-point game with the Bombers on top. Mean skater in 3. That's Ken Monty, who's double mean. Crumples Charlie O'Connell with a huge body blow. Cheat skater in 4. Nope. Agile skater in 4. That's going to be Tony Roman, who's double agile. And a series of dizzying moves. And that pack is tightened up again. We have another substitute. It'll be the home skater in 5. So Larry Smith's got to come out. Frankie Macedo will come in. And that, again, is happening on the fly. That's going to narrow the advantage that the Bombers had a little bit Cheat skater in 1 or 2. I don't see anybody with cheat quality in 1 or 2. Fired up star skater in 1. That is going to be Cliff Butler, sending both Bob Dansel and Cal Stevens flying. And that gives the Bombers the advantage. They're up by 1. Cheat skater in 4? No. Mean skater in 4? No. Agile skater in 2? No. And we have an action result. Skaters in 1 skid into the skaters in 2. Massive pile-up. 1 skater emerges, and that's going to be the high TV grade, which is going to be Lou Donovan or Cliff Butler. We'll give it to Donovan. And so that will put the Bombers in a jam position with skaters sprawled on the floor. Let's see what happens. No points again. I don't think I've ever had a roller derby match with so many no-point jams. But a cheat jammer. Do we have a cheat jammer? No, we don't. So nobody's going to score on that jam, despite the massive pileup. And it is still 29-28 with maybe 5 minutes left in the period. Bombers on top by 1. Fast skater in 4. Speeds to the outside. That will be Tony Roman with his double speed. Powerful skater in 3. That's Charlie O'Connell. And the Bombers with the big advantage here. Powerful skater in 1 or 2. That is going to go to the Red Devils because both Dansel and Stevens are powerful, whereas only Butler's powerful, or only Donovan's powerful for the Bombers. So that'll get a point back for the Red Devils. Home skaters in 1 or 2. Body blows. So they're going to go for the jam, and here it is. No points again. Big Jammer trails behind. Do we have any Big Jammers? Nope. So again, they're playing super defense, and again we reset the track with no points scored. We got 1. I'm going to count the cards without looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We get 8 cards. That's roughly 240 left in the game. Bombers up by 1. And we have an action result. Home team surges around the track. That's a match point for the Bombers. Mean skater in 2. There's nobody mean in 2. And a substitute. Home skater. Oh, Charlie O'Connell takes himself out of the game. What? Maybe he's hurt. Gil Orozco comes in. Can the Red Devils take advantage, though? And it's another substitute. They're not going to be able to do anything, I don't think. Home skater in 3. Oh, and Orozco comes right back out. So, I guess Charlie O'Connell decided he's not going out. Big Jammer in 5. That's going to be the game. So the Bombers hold them off. The Red Devils not able to get that last jam. And there you have it. That is our final score. The Bombers hold on to win 29-28. The fans at the Kezar Pavilion will go home happy tonight. So that's how roller derby works. That's how Roller Rumble recreates it. Hope you enjoyed watching it. It's a fun game, especially if you are familiar with the real thing. If you're not, I encourage you to go watch some video on it. It'll kind of get you fired up. Watch the Red Devils Bombers video that's currently posted on YouTube. There are several of them. I think it's the one I was watching started out with a fight, so it's entertainment. So once again, our final score: Bombers 29, Red Devils 28. Next week we have the Face of the Mat 20th anniversary unboxing video. We just put the information about the Face of the Mat 20th anniversary edition on the site today, so take a look at that if you get a chance. We'll unbox the components next week on the Play Space, and hope you'll be here to join us. Thanks for being here. Always appreciate you. And once again, the final from Kezar Pavilion: the San Francisco Bay Bombers 29, the Red Devils 28. That's all for now. We'll see you again next time on the Play Space.